Hello and welcome to another episode of Davina's Recipes for Life. In this episode, we'll be making a very interesting recipe and it's called Indian Rojak. Now, Indian Rojak is a vibrant, flavor-packed street-style dish that brings together a mix of crispy, soft and spicy elements in one irresistible plate. Inspired by the rich culinary crossover of Indian and Southeast Asian flavors, this version uses an assortment of deep-fried fritters, vegetables, and sometimes fruits, all served with a thick, tangy, sweet and spicy peanut sauce that ties everything together. Each bite is a contrast of textures, crunchy, chewy, and juicy, making it really exciting and satisfying. Often enjoyed as a snack or a light meal, Indian Rojak reflects on the spirit of street food culture. Bold flavors, generous portions, and a little bit of everything in every bite. This homemade vegetarian version keeps it wholesome, customizable, and full of that addictive Rojak-style sauce that you can't stop eating. And let's learn how to make it right now. So first thing we're going to do is prepare our sauce. For that, we are going to add about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic into a blender, and that's cut roughly. To that, we're going to add in some red onion, half to 1, again cut roughly, 3 to 4 shallots, again cut roughly. Everything just cut it roughly, and then we're going to blend that all into a paste, nice and fine. Next, we're going to add 4 to 5 dried, deseeded red chilies. For that, you have to soak it in warm water beforehand to soften them up for about maybe half an hour or so. Next, we're going to add them into a blender along with about half to 1 deseeded fresh red chilies cut roughly. Blend those up into a paste. Now, because my blender was small, I had to do that. If you have a big one, you can do everything at the same time. I have 50 to 60 grams roasted peanuts. And then you're going to grind those roasted peanuts into a coarse mix. Next, you're going to grind about 25 grams of Marie biscuits or plain cream crackers to an almost powdery texture. So Marie biscuits often contain dairy and sometimes eggs. I used an eggless one, but if you want vegan, I recommend Arnotts. Now, once you're done with all that, you're going to heat about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. To that, you will add in your onion mixture and saute it until fragrant. And then you will add in your chili paste. And then saute that until it's fragrant. Basically, just saute everything until it's fragrant. Next, you're going to add a little bit of water, just enough for boiling. See here? 1/4 teaspoon vegetarian sambal belacan, which is a vegetarian version of chili shrimp paste. Next, you're going to be adding in some salt to taste. And then some sugar as well, about 25 to 33 grams of sugar. Mix everything well. And then you're going to be adding in about 75 to 90 grams of sweet potato. This is mashed sweet potato. Basically, I've just boiled it and took out the skin. Then I mashed it up until it was nice and creamy like this. If there are any lumps, you can break them down using a churner. Next, you're going to add in your ground peanuts and your ground Marie biscuits and mix everything well. Last but not least, you're going to add in a pinch of ground palm sugar or gula melaka, otherwise jaggery, and then you're going to add in about a teaspoon of soaked tamarind, just the water from there. And with that, your sauce is ready. Now you can get started on making your fritters. For that, you're going to take a bowl and add about 100 grams of all-purpose flour and 5 grams of cornstarch. That's about less than half a teaspoon. Same thing, rice flour, 5 grams. Add a pinch of baking soda, about 1.5 grams of yeast, pinch of sugar, and salt to taste. In this recipe, I used instant yeast. If you are using dry active yeast, you need to activate the yeast first. So in the same amount of lukewarm water as shown in the recipe, you're going to first add in your yeast and then some sugar as well, mix it in together, and then you're going to let it stand for about 5 to 10 minutes to prove. Mix all that well and then divide that into 2 equal portions. In one portion, you're going to add about 50 ml of lukewarm water, and you're going to also do that to the other bowl. Mix everything well into a nice lump-free thick batter, and then you're going to keep it aside for proving. Make sure it's covered so that it remains undisturbed. In one bowl, you're going to add in about 6 grams of fresh coconut, and this will give you famous coconut fritters. You're going to mix that well and keep that aside. Now to the other one, you're going to add about a quarter of red onion and about half a green chili, pinch of ground turmeric also for color. And you're going to mix everything well. And then once you are ready, you're going to start deep frying your fritters. You're going to take a spoonful of the batter, whichever batter, and then deep fry them until nice and crispy. See here, I put them into my pan just using a spoon, and you don't have to worry how they're shaped. You can see both my chili onion fritters and my coconut fritters. And once you're ready with that, you're going to cut the fritters into about 2 or 3, and you see how each piece is nice and springy on the inside but crispy on the outside. Now I'm going to show you how I've arranged my rojak. So on the left side we'll have some onion chili fritters, coconut fritters, blanched bean sprouts, sliced red onions, and on the right side we have firm tofu fried potatoes that I showed you earlier, and sliced cucumbers. We have served that with our rojak sauce. Now outside, if you notice, when you go, you will have a red colored rojak sauce, but that's because they add in like orange colored sugar and they add in like food coloring. But I decided not to do so because I wanted to keep mine simple. If you want to do that, then you can go ahead and do so. Your Indian rojak is ready to serve. Enjoy it with your loved ones and see what Asian street food experience is all about. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time with another recipe.